Nice. A little extension fib on here. We can see from those highs, we had a perfect 89% retracement to that move, and now we're testing that 11. I haven't moved that yet from that high on the stochastic down. So as was a little bit tight, but we are getting closer to opening. We can expect the volatility to increase. Same sort of story, just from that high to the low, and we're sitting between that 38 and the 23 at the moment. So not quite a 50% retracement of that whole move. A little bit messy on the zone moving averages on both. We can just see a little tangled up there. On the stochastic, also consolidated around the 50. That's on the Dow. That's a 33 stochastic. US Tech is below the consolidation area, and our signal line has, yeah, it's just testing that 38.2 now. So it must be below the 50. Next possible setup would be for a long on the stochastic on the US Tech. On the Dow, we want to see that signal line just get a little bit out of that consolidation. Just here on the US Tech, the 5-minute grid's also moved, hey, trailing the highs now.
Depending on, yeah, I think it is. No,
we need crossover to give us confirmation.
Crossover.
Yeah.
So they still.
So it's actually still coming from those high highs.
The only one I did move, and I'm trading, is the US Tech, because we've got a crossover a little bit earlier.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Sorry, yeah. So it's from the lows of today to the highs of today, 100%. Let's get this. You should see on the 5-minute, both in the Dow and US Tech, the trend is up. On the 1-minute, it's a little bit messy. We look at our moving averages. We've got about 14 minutes to go to opening. So next possible trades will only be a long US Tech up through 50 on the stochastic in the direction of the 5-minute trend. However, the 1-minute trend, as I said, it's down at the moment. Our zone moving average is a little bit messy.
Yeah, it's just really the 38.2 of the daily that we're struggling with at the moment. If we can, I think if we can break above that, then we should be all right.
There's no triggers for shorts on the NASDAQ at the moment, as we've still got 5-minute moving averages or 5-minute trend up. The Dow signal line is still very, very messy, but we can just see how sideways we've gone around the 50 moving average. And the real possibilities I've got at the moment is for the NAS. Possible little double bottom there. Stochastic up through 50 on the US tech is a valid trigger for a long. 50 moving average coming up as resistance. So you can just see how all our zone moving averages have got between this 50 and 155. So resistance at the 50, support at the 155. Very shallow separation there, but I didn't even break the 50, and 5-minute trend is still up on the US tech. We look at the Dow, candle close below the 89, break previous candle low. We're aiming for the 155 on that little extension fib I've got there. It's just about around the 127. It's not big. We've got about 13 points from the break of that extension fib to the 127. So it just shows you how tight it's got. 10 minutes before opening. Realistic is setting up for the possibility of that trigger long stochastic up through 50. Otherwise, the possibility of separation against the 5-minute trend. As I said, that 50 moving average is our resistance right now. Dow is also testing the 50 stochastic. Signal line is currently below the 50, but I don't like how it's just gone snaking between that 44 and the 50 level. I'd like to see that come a little bit down. Is that little separation, as I said, it is against the 5-minute trend.
5-minute trend is getting close.
It is getting close now.
Yeah, at the moment, isn't, sorry.
No.
I'm just saying there isn't really too much on the 5 minutes on the Dow between the 38 and 23, but there's about 50 points either way. And on the nasdaq, we're about 10 points away from that 23.
See if this 155 is going to hold. Possible little double, triple bottom even. On that 11th down now, candle closes, as I said, break previous candle low. We're aiming for the 155, and that's becoming a little bit tight, 16 points. Dow 5-minute trend also still up.
I think 5 minutes in US tech, we should see the 50 moving average.
Yeah, that's caught up quite quickly. I've broken that double bottom level on the tick now, so 127 on that extension fib. It's more or less where that 50 moving average in 5 minutes is. Yeah, getting very close to that moving average crossover in the US tech on 5 minutes, but it is the last 5-minute candle before opening, so you can still pull back. I would really have liked to see that confirmation with the previous 5-minute candle. Dow, that signal line is now below the 38.2, so that's out of that consolidation that it's been in for 20, 25 minutes or so. So if we continue, or if we do go up, stochastic up through 50, valid on the US tech as well, although we are starting to get a change in trend on 5, battling that 5-minute 50 moving average.
Are we on that level right now? 821, very close to crossing over there.
There's a trigger coming up for the Dow. What we got? 3.5 minutes. I'm going to be a little bit patient and just wait this one out. It's getting a bit close for us for opening. That's the stochastic up through 50 is a valid trigger. Still in the direction of the 5-minute trend. 1 minute could be changing over again on the Dow. Just watch that. At the moment, they're all sitting on that 50. Shallow separation there on the Dow. Dow 8 and 21 haven't crossed over yet. The Dow has triggered up through 50. Watch for possibility of a small little double top here. So 50% retracement. I've just moved that extension fib all the way to the lows. I can still draw a line from the high to that 50% retracement without breaking the body of any candles. US tech is fighting that 50 moving average on 5. If we can get a candle close below break previous candle low, aim for the 89, which is about 50 points away, but we've got opening in 2 minutes. There's that separation on the Dow as well. Starting to just get that increase in volatility. Minute to go for open. Dow trying again with a stochastic up through 50. US Tech with that new 1 minute grid that we've had, that's a perfect 61% retracement to that move. That's where we found strong support for the last 4 or 5 minutes. And there's our opening candle. And sitting up for a long stochastic up to 50 US Tech. That Dow triggered a couple of times as we got to opening.
Yeah, pushing up nicely. Watch that 38.2 on the daily high low.
Yeah, possibility of little double top as well. Going back quite rapidly. Check that extension foot now, hit the 89 perfectly. That's on the Dow. Can actually put it there. Starting to push down. It's difficult to say whether we've got that confirmation in the US Tech green below red as we spike up, it like pulls away from it.
Yeah, they're right on top of it.
Dow is still clearly above the 21. US Tech is trying again.
And US Tech finding support in the 50 of the 5 minutes, bouncing off that level, and 8 is still busy pushing above 21 as we're pushing up.
It's got the 38.2 outstanding target on the daily high low. Sure, watch for the possibility of that little double top. Massive wicks and tails, eh, on the Dow.
Yeah, 66 point range since open.
Check those wicks and tails.
Our problem is we haven't had H21 crossing 5 yet.
No.
No, that hasn't happened yet.
Single line's not in the right place for the US tech, just stochastic down to 50. Stochastic up to 50 on the Dow is a valid trigger for a long.
Dow's found support on the 23.6, the daily high low. That's the level we're bouncing off of.
Coming up for the new 5-minute candle. Breaking those lows again. I'm going to keep an eye on the 5-minute stochastic. We've broken straight through the 50 and the 38.2. If we go in a straight line down through the 11, we know we've got 60% of that run to go. Is a new 5-minute candle. Moving averages have crossed on the US tech 5-minute. 1-minute trend is down. We just need to wait for a setup. Stochastic up through 50. Why did I get that signal? It's a bit of a messy opening, eh?
Very difficult to see where this thing's going.
Watch on the Dow sitting up for stochastic up through 50, 11, 33 on top of each other. Still very busy. And see how it fails. So it goes strong, 11 and 33 stochastic on top of each other, push up through the 50 and just pulls back. US tech still the threat of a double top. Starting to break. Getting closer to that 38.2 target level on the daily high low on the NAS. We've got 5 or 6 points to that. Both the Dow and the USD, we can see 5-minute stochastic, the 5-minute 8 and 21 now crossing up again. We did hit that 38.2 on the daily high low. That's a target level on the US tech. See if we can get inside of that and go to the other side. So we've got a long time before we've got our opening range. This 1-minute grid's going to trail. take 1 minute trend is up. Now we're about to get moving average crossover. Watch for the possibility of a little double top there. It hasn't crossed over yet. They're just crossing over as we hit the new 1 minute candle. Keep trailing the high. Dow's also hit the 38.2, the daily high low target level.
Yeah, finding a very strong resistance there.
US tech hourly is getting very close to 50 moving average as well. Couple of seconds for the next 5 minute candle. Let's see if we're going to get confirmation now that green's above red. Okay. So the trend is up on the Dow 1 minute. The trend is up on the Dow 5 minute as well as on the US tech. It's a new 5 minute candle. Sure. Watch now, signal line on the US tech is above 61.8, stochastic down through 50 as a trigger for a short against the trend on 1 and 5. I'll take that short for 5 points, coming from target levels at 38.2, the daily high low. Dow doesn't qualify, signal line is not in the right place. Otherwise, if we continue going up, we need one more candle close below this high for the new system for us to trigger. Worried about that 38.2, the daily high low, but as I said, we've still got 15 minutes to go for opening range. Still watching stochastic down through 50 on the US tech, not on the Dow. Trend still up, so we do have a valid buy stop that we can put in on the US tech. So watch that 38.2, the daily high low.
If we can get a close above that level on the 5 minutes, we can possibly see the other side of consolidation. Dow pulling back really.
Oh, sorry guys, this is stochastic down through 50. I was just modifying that thing and I missed it. That's when the US takedown doesn't qualify. Possibly pushing back to 50 moving average in 5 minutes in the US tech. Dow's also finding support of that.
Yeah, we're on that level right now. NASDAQ, we're about 13 points away.
actually go from there. Trend is still up in 1 minute, even with the new 1 minute candle. We came off a little bit, it hasn't changed. Down 8 and 21, sitting on top of each other on the 1 minute.
About 10 minutes to go until the end of opening. So just started a 4 or 5 minute candle.
Thanks, Ken. So on the Dow, all our moving averages are sitting on top of each other. Okay, US tech is starting to break.
Watch the 23.6 of the weekly high low.
Just gone for the 5 points. Keep trading the 1 minute grid. Getting very close to 50 moving average on hourly on the US tech. 23 of the weekly high low is resistance. Trend is up on the 5 minutes on the Dow, trend is up on the 1 minute. Same in the US tech. 8 minutes before we've got our opening range. In the US tech, trend is up, but stochastic signal line is above consolidation areas. Stochastic down 350 is a trigger for a short on that system. Otherwise, we'll wait for another candle below these highs with the possibility of a trigger for a long there. The Dow, watch for the possibility of a little double top. Signal line on the Dow is also above the consolidation area. Stochastic can give us a possible trigger short 11 and 33, finally on both markets starting to just separate from each other. A break of the previous swing high is a valid trigger for a long on the US tech. We've got 6 minutes to go for opening. So we have the possibility of that being the high of opening range.
As we're busy pushing down, watch 50 moving average in 5 coming up. It's about 5 points away. Yeah, we're on it now.
Yeah, getting close to stochastic down through 50. Take that short. We'll see. I just moved it and I'll hit the button already. Shit. Hasn't triggered yet. All right. What's this last stop?
Watch break at this high.
Yeah. 3 minutes for opening range. Just watch if that's a possibility at the highs. So we'll double top there. The stochastic on the Dow is very messy, eh?
Really all over the show.
All with the tails.
Let's watch the NASDAQ for possible closing in back inside our consolidation zone on the daily high low.
Yeah. But 2 minutes to the next 5 minute candle, also giving us that opening range. Note to self, don't right click on the buy or sell button.
Got no fee.
I also had, just for a second, it's back. And there's our next 5-minute candle. So we have got our opening range.
Send those levels quickly.
Let's put on the double top there. Okay, it's picked up my order and it has taken profit. Sam said we have closed back inside of the consolidation of the daily high low. Next resistance at 50. You can see the other side possibly. 1-minute grid's going to keep trailing. The Dow is a bit messy.
And NASDAQ's coming close to trigger long there.
I'm just going to put my levels in quickly. Just watch for the possibility of that trigger again on the new system. We need 2 candles. Just want to go get my opening range levels in here quickly. So it's not about the trigger, even though we broke the highs. And these are levels you take. Drop my levels in here quickly. Yeah, for 5 o'clock candle, a new 5-minute candle in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Let's see if we can get that trigger long on the down, up on the US tech opening range above that 61 currently. Oh, our levels in there. The Dow is still very messy. We're going to keep trailing the 1-minute grid till we get moving average confirmation. Still got no setup.
Just trying to get moving average crossing on hourly use.
Thanks, yeah. I was looking at that little area on And it's a 50 moving average resistance on hourly US tech. The Dow has gone completely ugly. There's just nothing for us at the moment. Signal line is above the consolidation area. Whew, this little extension from that low to that high, and we've just been between that consolidation area around that 77.50 level. If we get another candle close below this high, watch for the next possible buy signal. Otherwise, we go down from here, stochastic down through 50. Sure, that's the 5 o'clock candle. I was going to say, that's quite volatile. Now, I'm not too interested in until we break out of this consolidation.
Problem is, you know, we have the 50 of opening range giving us support and 38.2 of the daily high low giving us resistance. So we're kind of stuck between those levels.
John, it's not the most magnificent opening range there. I mean, we last couple of weeks, we used to do about 100 points at least to first target. That's on the down. So watch for that possibility for a trigger long now, a break of these highs. Now trend chaser system. Trend is still up on the 1 minute. Trend still up on the 5 minutes, testing the 38.2, the daily high low on the US tech. We didn't respect 50, so there's no change to that setup yet. Still a possibility of stochastic down through 50. The Dow starting to trigger. As I said, I want to see us break out of this consolidation before I take that. For possible separation on the US tech. There's a little separation on the Dow as well. You can see that stochastic didn't close below the 50, even though it broke down early on. But it's messy. Starting to get closer to that stochastic down through 50 on the US tech. Back in consolidation area of the opening range. Trend still up, sitting up for that separation long.
On the Dow bouncing off the 50 on the 5 minutes.
Separation has triggered RVTP.
Nice.
I wanted to move my TP to the 89. It's just broken that on the 1 minute grid. That's exactly where our 61.8 to the opening range is. Trend is still up. Break of the highs is still a valid trigger. I've got a stop, a buy stop in.
Break of those highs also trigger on the
Opening range. Thanks, Diane. So watch for the possibility of a little double top. Okay, it's picked up my geez, I always see TP in the same candle. So opening range has triggered. Now it's finally starting to get some direction, but still in this consolidation. I want to see a break out of this little fib that I've got on there.
If you draw an extension from the lows to the highs of our opening, it bounced off of that 89% retracement there.